Imagine a world long ago. Giants walked the earth, huge mammoths with curving tusks, saber-toothed cats with teeth like knives, and among them, a giant sloth called Megatherium. These creatures lived in a time called the Pleistocene Epoch. This was a time of ice ages and changing climates. Many animals grew to enormous sizes. Megatherium was a herbivore, a plant eater, but it was no ordinary sloth. It was a giant as big as an elephant. Megatherium was a truly impressive sight. It could grow up to 20 feet long, that's longer than a car, and it weighed as much as 4 tons. This giant sloth lived in South America. It roamed the grasslands and forests. Megatherium was built for a life on the ground, unlike its modern relatives. Although huge, Megatherium was slow-moving. It relied on its size for protection. And of course it had those claws. Megatherium's most striking feature was its claws. These claws were massive, up to a foot long. They were curved and sharp, like hooks. The claws were formidable weapons. Megatherium could use them to defend itself against predators. Imagine a saber-toothed cat facing those claws. But the claws were not just for fighting. Megatherium used them to gather food. It could pull down branches with its claws, reaching high into the trees. Diet and feeding. Megatherium was a herbivore, a plant eater. Its diet consisted of leaves, twigs, and fruits. It needed to eat a lot to fuel its massive body. This giant sloth spent its days foraging for food. It used its claws to pull down branches and its long tongue to strip off leaves. Megatherium may have even stood on its hind legs to reach higher. Imagine Megatherium lumbering through the prehistoric landscape, its claws scraping the ground. It must have been an incredible sight. Sadly, Megatherium is no longer with us. It went extinct around 10,000 years ago. The exact reasons for its extinction are still debated. Climate change may have played a role. The end of the last ice age brought warmer temperatures. This may have affected the plants that Megatherium relied on. Another factor may have been the arrival of humans in South America. Humans hunted large animals for food. Megatherium, slow and ground-dwelling, would have been an easy target. Although extinct, Megatherium continues to fascinate us. Its fossils tell us about a time when giants roamed the earth. It makes you wonder, wouldn't it be amazing to see one alive today?